grow, what skills are required, and what would it take to get that jump within the organization or outside the organization. We welcome Prerna Prasad as our motivator for all those who are wanting to build their career in the right form, in understanding oneself. So she has gone through that self discovery process, and it was more when she realized that she has to do it, and she came to us to continue that journey. So yes, Prerna, over to you. We would love to hear your experience.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So as Harmeet ma'am just said that I went for counseling last year around February, and I'll just share like a short like my journey of how all this has been for me. So my name is Prerna. I am originally from Jamshedpur, and I work in a not-for-profit in Bangalore. So for my bachelor's, I did water engineering and management. For my master's, I did water policy and governance from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. And for the past 4 years now, I've been working in the space of wastewater management, fecal sludge management, and water body restoration. And currently, I am based in Zurich. I'm working with the Swiss Federal Institute of Aquatic Sciences and Technology on applied R&D projects. So last year, around February, why I went for counseling is because I was very anxious about what I want to do, because I was also not feeling very comfortable with the way I was growing as compared to my peers. And that sort of just comes in when you are working together. And I had my own set of goals, which sort of seemed very unachievable. I was not even close to them. And I was also thinking of a potential career change, like things like a lot of people start following their passions and all of that. So I also got like, okay, let me just leave all this and let me just try to do something else. So there was also a lot of self-doubt, and all these things just made me very, very anxious. I knew a couple of friends who had undergone counseling at a very personal stage. So I had a sense that getting guidance from someone who is working in this space might be helpful, might be a little, it'll ease a lot of the burden. And the stage at which I took counseling was about I was in almost 3 years into my job when I realized that, that I think I should just go ahead with it. So, so now I'll just let you know what can you expect as a working professional if you're going for counseling. What is the kind of process that you have to go through? I had multiple sessions with Harmeet ma'am, Suresh sir, Richard sir, and these sessions basically comprised of a lot of discussion about your personal and your professional life, your behavior, your daily habits, your extreme events of achievement and failure all through your life. Achievement and failure, yes. And what is it that you're really looking forward to? I mean, there are times when we are also absolutely clueless. We don't know what we want, not in the short term, definitely not in the long term. So these comprised of around 3 or 4 discussion sessions. And post these discussion sessions, I mean, they have made a really good analysis of how all of these things connect. And I was amazed that when I saw these interconnections, I mean, to you it'll seem very obvious, but then for me back then it was crazy. So one very important thing that they helped me with is that they motivated me to just stay there, which is very important. Now when I look back in the hindsight, I know that I shouldn't have quit, and I didn't, thankfully. And I'm continuing that. And now I can at least see that for the next 4 or 5 years, this is what I want to do. And there is a lot of scope to grow in this space. The other thing that they help me understand is that there's a distinction between vertical growth in a particular subject and horizontal growth. So things like project management helps you touch your subject from all, like you just touch and you just grow horizontally. But then what really builds the confidence, for me it did, that I was not confident about my subject and everything, so they asked me to just focus on one project and go through the entire project life cycle, like start to finish, just do one thing and see what the process is like. And that's how I started involving myself in projects in which the like single projects start to finish, and that has helped really a lot in kind of building my own confidence about the subject. The third thing, which also Harmeet ma'am began the session today with, is to understand the connect between our personal and our professional spaces and how they are sort of intertwined. Like we cannot look at them as two separate domains of our life. What happens in your personal life affects your professional life. And there were a lot of daily habits, a lot of my behaviors which were very very bad, which were affecting my professional life. So there we did some work there. And also because I was now going through this entire project life cycle, um, Suresh sir sat with me and he gave me a crash course on project management to handle team dynamics. Usually project management courses are really long, but this was like a 1 month crash course on the weekends. And that has been really helpful because then I had started working with a very diverse group, people who were way younger than me and people who were way senior than me. And then handling all their views, their level of knowledge, and what this one has to say and what that one has to say was getting a little overwhelming. So that is where the project management aspect kicked in. And then I was able to handle my relationship with all these people. So at the end of it, what where am I today? It's been 1.5 years since I did that. I'm not done yet. It's still a work in progress. I know what I want to do for the next 3 or 4 years. I have my own set of goals, and Harmeet ma'am is helping me achieve that. There is some sense of a visible path which needs to be followed. And I would like to leave you with the fact that we need to really acknowledge the importance of guidance, because as we're growing in school, in college, even when we're just starting work, it's very essential. It's very obvious that we might get lost. I mean, some people have like a lot of clarity, many of them don't. And and getting guided by parents, peers, and all that is fine. But someone who comes with that kind of an experience, has seen a lot of people grow, I think that really helps. So that's about it from my side. Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you.
Yes, dear friends, any question for Prerna? So lovely hearing this from you, Prerna. It
Thank
has
you.
been, yes, a wonderful. You know what? When we as career experts, we work with young adults like you, we also evolve, right?
Mhm.
We every time there is a learning for us, and this has helped us make this has made helping us to make also a better person, right? Doing career counseling, I would really like to admit, it has made me a better parent. Every time there is a takeaway from me when I am working with a student and a parent. Yeah. And you very well said that going outside and seeking guidance, there is no harm, but there's always a good. And why it is becoming more like we have to go out and speak to experts is because earlier in the olden days we used to have joint families, so all everybody used to stay together. So everybody, there were mentors within that horizontal and the largely these are vertical families living in all floors together, right? Or in a
Mhm.
one single floor, having a common area in the center, and the whole house around is having those joint families. So everybody was available, the mentors were available. But now with nuclear families, we even define nuclear families like only husband, wife, and children. We don't even consider that parents staying together is also a nuclear family. So that's how the time is changing, and that is but we still need guidance.
Mhm.
It's not that our need for guidance, even at personal level or professional level, is going to go away even when the family system is changing. So and then that's how we come in the picture, and we are there to provide that hand holding, provide that guidance, provide that the mentoring and that support, that yes, just keep expanding your mental muscles.
Mhm.
The more you do it, you are able to achieve your goals, right? All
Yes,
right,
yes.
thank you so much, Prerna. It was
Thank you. Thank
lovely hearing it from you. All right, now